Okay, this is part 2 of making these things. Carrot cake. Now really you don't need to have part 2. You could just do this all in a part 1. If you were really good about turning your camera on and off and editing them together. But me and editing don't go together anymore. I've been that route. Do you know how long it takes to convert these files? It slows my whole computer down for a long time. Then I have to go through and... Well, also, my program went missing too. I think I had to redo my system or something. Okay, so now we're going to put our cinnamon in each of these. You don't have to measure perfectly with cinnamon. Cinnamon's very forgiving. Okay, so we got our cinnamon in there. And now we have to have half a teaspoon of salt. Now you might not want to have a teaspoon of salt. You might be one of those anti-salt people. Because you know how it is with salt. It may make it taste good, but it's not good for you. So I'll put it in. 1, 2. Now I don't know why I'm making 1 batch in each of these containers. I really could be making 2 batches in each of these containers because they're big enough. But that would mean I would have to go back and add all that same stuff again. Should we do it? 6:29. I'm not going to have any of this ready for when he goes to school. So I'll get a sausages out of the freezer for him. That's the nice thing about having a freezer, is you've always got stuff on hand. Now, of course, I'll have to wash my hands because these are pork sausages. And although nobody has had trichinosis in a million years, you have to wash your hands afterwards. Trichinosis is what you get from uncooked pork. If it's true that you still do that. And it can't be that there's never any around because people all wash their hands, because I don't think everybody washes their hands perfectly. I don't think so. Hello, kitty cat. Meow kitty darling. Would you like to go outside? Would you like to go out and begin your day hunting all those little creatures? Oh, you chase them. Go get them, kitty. Little Sunshine was out there ready to pounce. Okay. So now we've got 1 of those in each of these. Now what's the next thing? Mix together and add to the flour. Ah, you do have to mix them together. Darn it. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. Okay, so we'll use this thing. And we will put in here 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. And luckily they make these handy dandy little things that say 2/3. They also make them that say 3/4. Don't get confused. Okay, so that's a 2/3. And what else do I need in there? A cup of sugar and 2 beaten eggs. This is going to take longer than making just 1 batch. Muffins will be quick. How much? 1 cup of sugar? Where's my handy dandy 1 cup measuring cup thing? I got it. Okay, so we'll get over here. You can't see anything but me. That's okay. I'm so vain. You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. don't you, don't you? Well, da 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 da. Okay, so now we go 2 beaten eggs. Walking up onto a yacht. Where you should be all the time. When you're not, you're with some other man. That's not a good song. I'm not singing that song anymore. Okay. So we're gonna stir this around with our pork. You can't even see. Ha ha ha! I stirred it without you seeing. And now we can't add it to this until we've mixed them around thoroughly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 eggs. I've got 3 dozen. So let's double the whole thing, okay, shall we? Because this is going to make 1 8-inch square pan. I got some pans. I'll show you the pans I got. Ta-da! They're not 8-inch square. There's 5 of them in here. I figured these are small enough that I can put them away in the freezer, and then when he wants one, he can just eat it. Because he eats everything in sight. Okay, so we'll put it in our pan here. Can you do that? When you cook at home, do you always make that sound? Okay, and we will redo this again for the next one. 2/3 and 1 cup of sugar. La 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 la. Oops, can't sing that song anymore. Now I got it in my head. I gotta get a new song in my head. You got a song I should put in my head? Oh, I know a nice song. I have a really pretty song I like. It goes, I like to look for rainbows whenever there is rain, and ponder on the beauty of earth made clean again. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with God again. I know when I am baptized, my sins are washed away, and I can be forgiven, not each and every day. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with, you can't see anything I'm doing, can you? And live with God again. Well, I'm taking 2/3 of a cup, of oil, and I'm adding to it 1 cup of sugar and 2 eggs. Then I'm stirring it up with the pork. I like to look for rainbows whenever there is rain, and ponder on, this is sifting, I'm sifting it all together. Sift, sift, sift. Make sure you don't have any little pieces of unblended up stuff in there. And ponder on the beauty of earth made clean again. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with God again. I know when I am baptized,